guys, welcome back. I'm just doing a voiceover. Hope you're all well. So I've done some pink kind of glittery encapsulated acrylics. This is Nails Aurora, if I remember rightly. I have sped this up slightly. It did take me quite a while to do this set because it was really cold. And as you guys know, if it's quite cold, it takes a bit longer for the acrylic to set. So I've sped it up, but I prepped all my nails, popped the tips on. I done a clear acrylic over the top. So yeah, this is Aurora. It's kind of like a shimmery colour. Sorry, I forgot to put my flash on. It's just a bit brighter with the flash. Yeah, it's not white and it's not grey. I don't really know how to explain the colour, but it is really pretty. My brush is absolutely knackered. I really desperately need a new brush. It keeps fanning outwards. I do cap all of these, so I have only done a thin layer because you want to cap it, otherwise you're going to be filing through any glitter that you've put on there. I do use some snowflakes as well. This one is going to be a kind of ombre kind of thing. It was a little bit difficult because the ombre that I did, that I do in a second, is it's got quite a lot of glitter in it. Yes, that's Nails Aurora, and this pink here I made myself. So the pink, it's Funny Bunny. It's a pink shimmer, so I used some of that, and I also put my own like silver glitters and little love heart glitters inside there. The middle finger I've left just for that Aurora to set before I go in with the pink afterwards, because you don't want to go straight in with the pink because you're going to mush all the colours together. So yeah, it's best to let that bit dry first before you go in with your second ombre colour. This one is a full pink. I do find it difficult using kind of like shimmery glitter acrylics, well, shimmer acrylics, because they are quite powdery, like chalky. So it can be quite hard to work with them. I'm just trying to push that up as close as I can to the cuticle without touching it. Yeah, it does run a little bit because it was quite cold in my summer house today, so yeah, it was quite hard to work with them. So I'm just cleaning around that cuticle because it was a little bit too close, and when I want to cap it as well, I don't want to have kind of like a high bridge, so I do leave a few millimeters away from my cuticle, so then I've got enough room for the clear acrylic to tuck nicely behind it, or as best as I can anyway. I think this is where I go in with, oh yeah, some little snowflakes. So I'm just putting a little tiny bit of clear acrylic down, and I've got some snowflakes. These are the only colours I had. I thought I had some pink ones, but I didn't. I'm just putting 2 of these on, and I'm just kind of pushing them down slightly just to make sure they do hold and they stick nicely. There I am again, cleaning it up. Is whenever I tip my hands backwards, it kind of just floods again because it's cold. It's taken a long time to set. So this is where I'm going to go in with the pink now. My own concoction again. Well, it is from Nails, but I just added my own glitter into a separate pot with the Nails Funny Bunny, and I put a tiny bit of dark pink acrylic in there as well, just to make it a little bit more darker because it kind of goes a little bit sheer. So I'm just bringing that downwards. When doing an ombre, you don't want it too runny and you don't want it too dry. But out of those two, I would prefer it to be more on the runnier side than the dry side to make sure you get quite a nice blend if it's too dry, you might have that harsh line. So there I am trying to just tucking it in to that cuticle. You don't want it touching the cuticle because you will get lifting, but this time I did put a base coat on because I do want to change my nails. The other ones I soaked off the other day. The ones where I didn't use a base coat. Ignore my thumb, as you guys know I have bad thumbs. I'm just going back in with that Aurora just to add that little bit more white on the end. And I think the little one is going to be all pink, but I do go in with some, oh no, it's white, sorry, yeah, all white. And I go in with a little bit of glitter. The glitter is actually from, it's a body glitter actually, but it's a massive pot and it's from a pound shop. So I'm just pushing that up to my cuticle. I do have tiny little fingers for my little fingers, and my brush, as you can see, it's all fanned, so it is quite difficult to do my little fingers. I'm just cleaning my brush out. When doing acrylics, you want to make sure you're really cleaning your brush out as often as you can, otherwise you will get acrylic stuck in there. So constantly wipe in between as much as you can. I noticed there was a little bit of a gap there, so just need to make sure it's nice and neat, as best as you can anyway. It did take quite a while for these to set. I ended up going in the house for about 10 minutes just so they would get hardened a lot faster. You don't want to be sat there otherwise for ages. These ones, this is the glitter that I got from the pound shop. It's actually body glitter. It's actually a massive tub as well. I should have showed you, but I don't think I do. Yeah, I just that's the only where I put it. I just put it going up in kind of like a C or an S shape, sorry. My thumb is all pink, as you can see. So I do flatten I do flatten it out as much as I can, but you want to make sure you are keeping that colour so it's not clear. Yeah, and you don't want that wall, so you need to make sure you flatten it down for the next bead to go on top. This is kind of just like a colour base, so you're not building the apex when you do things like this because you need to cap it because it has glitter. So you're just doing a flat colour basically, and then when you cap it with clear acrylic, that's when you're going to start building the apex and the structure. You don't want too much of an apex or you're not building the structure with this. It's not a core acrylic either, it's not a core powder, so it's not there for structure. So I only show you on this finger of me capping, and the rest I do off camera just to make it a little bit more quicker. Otherwise it would have been way too long. So I did the rest off camera. I was just waiting for my thumb to dry. And then I top coated all of them. So I just have some white gel polish, and I'm just going to do some, it's kind of like candy cane, but it's not, just some lines going down the nail, and I do sugarcoat these with silver glitter, like very, very thin glitter, and then in between each nail, in between each bit that I've sugar coated, I go back in and do a very thin line of just white gel polish as well, just over the top. I didn't know whether to do this one matte, but I knew you wouldn't be able to really see the snowflakes behind. So I'm just making these a bit thicker because I want the silver to really stand out when I sugar coat it. So before sugar coating, you don't want to cure, you want to go straight on top of this gel polish, and then you cure it after you've put the glitter dust or sugar dust. There it is there, absolutely stunning. That was also from the pound shop. And I like to cure this for 2 minutes just to make sure it's fully cured. You just want to make sure that it's really covered as well with the glitter. You don't want to leave any gaps. I've used a no wipe top coat as well, so the glitter wouldn't stick to the top coat. But if you don't use a no wipe top coat, then I would go in and wipe the nail off before applying the sugar glitter, because it's just stick all over your nail. So these ones I'm just going in very thin white lines with the gel polish, and I cure these for 1 minute. I don't need to do it any longer than that. And there you go. That's all finished. Really pretty. My last set was red, so I thought I'd change it up this time. But that's all, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!